Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Bad As Reviewer, and I'm back with another Spider-Man review, this time taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Carnage figure from Amazing Spider-Man 2. This figure is pretty awesome. I'm really excited that they redid this figure with the new mold, and they added all this awesome detail to him because it's simply amazing looking. I just love the way this guy looks a lot. It kind of sucks that they couldn't sculpt all this stuff in, but it's still very nice looking. I really like how it turned out. I like the fact that they gave him this symbiote stuff that's kind of flicking around on his body. The only part of it that is removable is this part here that goes into the back. It just pegs into that little hole that would go into like Bucky cap or whatever for a shield. So that plugs in right here. The rest of them are molded on, like they're glued onto the body. So you can't take them off, but I don't know why you would want to take them off. So overall, this is like probably the coolest figure I'd say out of the wave, next to the Amazing Spider-Man movie figure. And at the end, when I'm done doing all these reviews, I'm going to do a final comparison video talking about which I thought was the best and worst out of the wave. This one's probably my favorite just because I love Carnage and I love Venom, and I really like this figure a lot. It just captures the look of him so well. It is kind of weird because I've seen this being painted differently in the face. Let's take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt is simply awesome. They sculpted the eyes. It's got this nice kind of like what do I want to call it, like pearlescent looking white eyes. So it's really nice and shiny, and it's not molded, it's not like sculpted too crazy like it is on the Big Time Spider-Man, how like it kind of like sinks in, but it's still definitely really nice. It's a really nice head sculpt overall. And I've seen some head sculpts where like the upper mouth part here was red instead of black, so that was kind of weird. I don't know what the deal is with that, so I don't know if that was just a messed up paint or maybe this is messed up paint. I'm not really sure, but it's got some nice detail in the mouth. You can kind of see his tongue, which is like painted pink, and he doesn't really have his tongue sticking out like Venom does, so it's okay that you can't really see the tongue too well, but it's still pretty nice. A really nice head sculpt. Even if you get a crappy figure, I mean, the head sculpt is always going to be nice, and this is overall just an awesome figure. I really like the hand sculpts for him. He's got this really opened up kind of hand with some really looking sharp fingers. This one's more of a closed hand, which I don't really like too much. I wish they could have like had it more open like this one, but I guess it works. It kind of, I mean, you can still get him looking really cool. Like I like him in this pose here, but yeah, so I really like the fingers. They're pretty sharp for being plastic fingers and all that. And then the rest of his body is just the Bucky cap mold or the Black Panther and all that. So it's really awesome. They just added some awesome detail to it to make it more look like Carnage. I really hope that they'll do a new Venom figure, not the Agent Venom, but like you know, the Eddie Brock. Is it right? Yeah, Eddie Brock Venom. With the same kind of thing going on. And they could probably use that Hyperion mold, which I'm sure they probably would when they come out with that figure. But anyways, not much else to say about him. The detail on him is a really nice red with the black. All this is painted on. The line works really good. Nothing too messy that I have seen, but then again, I could be wrong. I mean, I guess it kind of looks a little weird down here on the foot, but other than that, it's just an awesome figure, and I would really recommend you pick him up for sure. I mean, he's just a far cry from the, I don't know if that makes him sound better or worse, but he's definitely a lot better than the old Toy Biz version, which I kind of have, but it's the Hasbro re-release, so I'll show that in a sec. But let's show his accessories that he comes with real quick. He doesn't come with any, really, except for the back tendril things, but he comes with the flame effect that goes onto the back of Ultimate Green Goblin. And then he comes with the head of Green Goblin. So we'll finish doing these reviews and then we'll finally get that Green Goblin going and it'll be awesome. I haven't put them together yet, but yeah, we'll get to that when it comes. So here is the Hasbro re-release of Carnage, which is the same mold essentially as, well, it is the same mold as Toy Biz, but this one was pretty good at the time. It's all sculpted, all the symbiote and stuff is sculpted on him, but he kind of looks like a burnt victim. Sorry if you know anybody that's a burn victim, but this is all sculpted and stuff, but definitely this mold is a lot better than this one. But at the time, this one was pretty good, and I really liked how his hands looked and all that. His face just doesn't look too great. I mean, you know, they're both pretty good, but definitely this one is better. So there's that. But let's go over articulation, even though it's the same as Bucky Cap and all those other ones, so it's really not going to be anything too special. His head can look up very far, which is awesome because he looks like straight up. He looks down, rotates 360 degrees. His arms can go in and out, rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder, rotates at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation in the wrist. He's also got a hinge in the wrist as well. He's got an ab crunch which goes forward really nicely, and it goes back, it doesn't go back too far, but it's good enough for me. He's got a waist swivel, T-jointed legs so he can go forward and back, in and out, rotates at the upper part of the thigh here, double jointed knees, rotation at the lower part of the calf, I guess, or maybe that's his shin, whatever you want to call it. He rotates here, but he doesn't really need it. Well, I mean, it's nice that he has it, but it's kind of weird since it's not a boot. But yeah, it's still there since it's using that Bucky Cap mold. So it rotates here, bends at the foot, and he has the ankle pivot. Excuse me. So you can get him in a lot of awesome poses. And you know, it's kind of weird when you have his head up too far because of the tendrils of the symbiote get in the way. But you can just like rotate this around if you want to, and then it kind of doesn't get in the way too much, and it'll kind of look like that. It kind of sticks out of his body for some reason, even though, well, I guess it's probably just because of how it's supposed to fit in, but it still looks pretty cool. So you can move this around any which way you want to move it. It kind of sticks out unless it's like this and then it sits flush against his back. But overall, definitely one of the best figures out of the wave. I like the whole wave in general. Like I said, I'll do a final thoughts video on these and just kind of talk about which I thought was the best and worst of the bunch. But honestly, the whole wave's pretty good, so nothing could be worse. But anyways, so that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned for more Marvel Legends and all these Captain America and Spider-Man Legends figures. And yeah, so I hope you guys will comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.